Hello everybody, I'm Clint and I like to cook. So this afternoon I'm going to be cooking what's called a shipwreck casserole. Shipwreck because that's what it looks like, but it is good. So you guys come along with me and I'm going to show you how it's made. Okay guys, so I've got my Dutch oven warming up. I've got it on about a medium heat right now. So to that I'm going to add 1 pound of lean ground beef, and I just want to start browning that up. And I believe this is 93/7 mix of ground beef, so it's pretty lean. It's not going to have a lot of fat after it gets done cooking. So I'm going to go ahead and get that browned up. Okay, so we got our meat cooked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 1 can of whole kernel corn. Now I am not draining these. I want all the liquid. I'm going to add 1 can of fire roasted diced tomatoes. I'm going to add one 12-ounce bag of frozen peas and carrots. I'm going to add a 7-ounce box of mac and cheese. I'm just going to pour the noodles in there, and then we'll go ahead and pour the cheese powder on top of that. I'm going to add a cup and a half of whole milk. That's just going to kind of help make this creamy. Now what we want to do is I'm going to turn the heat up to about a medium to medium high, and we're going to let this all start cooking. And once it kind of starts getting to a simmer, I'm going to put a lid on that and let it cook. And it's only going to cook for probably 10 to 15 minutes or until the noodles are done. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that up to temperature, and then we'll get a lid put on that. I am going to go ahead and add about a teaspoon of Lowry seasoned salt. And I'll go ahead and put a little black pepper in there. We'll just give that a quick stir. I've got that up to a simmer, so I'll go ahead and put the lid on that. And we're just going to let that cook on, I've turned it down to about a medium low. And we'll let that cook for 10 to 12 minutes or until the noodles are done. All right, so that's been cooking for about 15 minutes, so we'll go ahead and take the lid off of that. Man, that looks good. Looks like the noodles are done. All right, so what I want to do is I want to add a half a cup of Colby Jack cheese. And I'm just going to stir that around until that melts in that mixture there. And then it's ready to serve. All right, let's go ahead and get us some of that in the bowl there. Boy, that turned out really creamy too. That is going to be great. And we're just going to top that off with just a little more of that reserved Colby Jack cheese. And we're ready to eat, guys. This is extremely simple. So if you're in a hurry to get home and cook something, this is going to be what you want to cook. All right, guys, let's see how we did. I tell you what, it may not be the prettiest meal you've ever seen, but it's pretty darn good. I'm going to tell you that. You guys give it a try. I really think you're going to like it. Appreciate all your support. Thanks for everything you're doing. God bless.